everybody? Welcome. Glad to have you all here. It is JoeyTLive Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 30. Welcome everyone to the show. Glad to have you guys here. I can't believe I am on episode 30 right now. I'm pretty pumped about that, guys. Where I've started 30 episodes ago, sometime in October. Sorry that the video is upside down. It's a little on an angle, guys. I got a new phone. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're still going to make it. I'm just starting out here, guys. I know it's been 30 shows. It's been one hell of a ride. I started in my parents' basement in, I believe, October at the beginning of the season. And I'm very humbled to say that I got a long way to go, and I know where I want to go. And I'm glad you guys are here documenting my start to the show. JoeyTLive Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 30, guys. Very, very happy about that. And yes, guys, I know it's diagonal right now. Timo, welcome. Love you, buddy. Please like and share this video, guys. Our sponsors, I'm going to go through them right now. It's otrmeals.com, guys. They deliver me all my food Wednesday and Sundays. You guys get to pick your meal plans. The food's fantastic. Metalogics, they buy and sell scrap metal, guys. Great company. By Jesse and Joe Realtors, one of the hardest realtors in the game today, guys. They really work their ass off. They'll get you what you need for your house, help you sell your house. And we got Vivo Transportation. My good buddy Timo has been behind me since day one. Thank you, Timo. You're the best, buddy. And by Joey at jtmoney.ca, guys. I also do mortgages. I'm sure you know during the day. I have a new website that's launching next week. Private lending, construction financing, pretty much everything across the board. Guys, I understand right now that I'm upside down a little bit. Joe Falco, welcome to the show, guys. It's playoff edition right now, guys. I got a special guest that I'm going to be calling in right now, and I'm glad to have him on board. His name is Vic Vescio. I'm going to give him a shout right now, guys. One thing I do want to say, I know that the camera's upside down, guys. It is, right now, is what I'm reading. It's called Crushing It. It's one of the best books I've ever read. If you want to learn about pretty much branding yourself, get this book. I don't care what business, if you're a plumber, if you're a dental hygienist, if you're a mechanic. Shout outs to Silvio Service Center, where my cousin Santino is, by the way, 416-747-5659 for all your mechanic needs. Guys, whatever you do, anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, and this is my Bible. It's called Crushing It. It's teaching me all the proper ways to get ahead. You know what, guys? I'm gonna fix that camera. I'm tired of seeing myself sideways. Give me 1 second there, guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys, sorry about that. You know what, we're still sideways here, guys. I don't know what's going on today. Let's just figure this out on the fly. Let's give our good buddy Vic Vescio a call right now. Give me 1 second. Here it comes. So, guys, playoff edition right now. So pumped for the playoffs. It's going to be one hell of a ride. I love the city when it's like this. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just calling Vic Vescio right now. Mike Spataro, welcome to the show. Good old Meeks, you've been a fan since day one, Mike. You got 5% with your name all over it. Welcome to Mike Spataro. Let me give Vic another call, guys. We got a huge show tonight. Lots to talk about. I'm going to go over the next playoff rounds, including our beloved Maple Leafs. Let's see if Vic answers this. I'm not sure if he's fixing his hair right now. I should have fixed the screen before I started the show, but we can't be perfect, guys. We definitely can't. Vic, what's going on, buddy? I called you twice. I felt like a loser. Definitely not a loser, but glad to have you on the show. Guys, welcome from RDA Insurance, my man, Vic Brandon Walsh Vescio. What's going on, buddy? I'm good. Glad to have you on the show, Vic. This is a big episode. This is episode number 30. So privileged to have you on board with your hockey knowledge. Can't wait to crack these lines with you and go over these playoff games, the playoff series. I want to get right into it, Vic. Again, how are you doing, buddy?
All is well, buddy. Are you with Ralphie?
Ralphie right now is not here. I believe he's doing chin-ups on the 407 on one of the signs of the off-ramp, I believe, on Dufferin. But he might be here later. His phone is acting up. He's been getting a lot of people calling him from around the States. I think Fox wants him, Fox Sports. ESPN's all of Ralphie Che right now. I think Phil Kessel wants for him to be his assistant. So let's get right into it, Vic. I'm going to ask you some questions. The Leafs right now, if it was the old structure, we would be having home ice advantage. 4 versus 5, we'd be playing against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the new rules, the new changes of the wild card. Why? Because with 105 points, which is a team record, we are starting on the road against the Boston Bruins. Yeah. I have Toronto winning this series in 7. That's my heart speaking, but my brain's saying Boston's going to win in 7. How do you feel how these two teams match up in this first round?
I think Toronto's got a great opportunity here. I like their team. I like what they're doing. And I feel Toronto in 7 as well.
You feel Toronto 7 and well? Like, again, the only thing, Vic, I don't like is 3 things. Zdeno Charles reach. It's like my dad when we used to drive and I was in the back seat. For some reason, he would seem to catch my nose while he was driving and I was on the opposite side. I know Charles, 68 years old, Vic, but he's still one of the best defensemen in the world, and especially during playoff time. Second thing, that first line that Boston has is one hell of a line. When you got guys like Marchand and Bergeron, those are guys that have won a cup, won gold medals, won World Cups. Third thing, they've got a better defense than us. How do you feel about Boston's strengths? Let's go over Boston's strengths over the Leafs.
I think you bring up very valid points, and if you based it solely on that, then yeah, you would give the nod to Boston for sure. But I mean, Joe, we've seen, over the years, we've seen 8. Well, we don't have those anymore, but the 8th seed, beat out the first seed. I think once it comes playoff time and you're playing, at minimum 4 games, I think coaching is going to be huge. I think mental prep is going to be huge. I think home ice is going to be huge. And I like, I like the energy that some of the young guys have right now with the Leafs. I think we don't give the team enough credit. I mean, getting 105 points in the regular season is not a fluke, right?
20 games without your best player, too, to boot.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think typical Toronto fans, a lot of people are they jump on the bandwagon and then jump off the bandwagon. They're not a fluke team. They're a good team. They're solid. Yes, there are some question marks with the D. But I think with the goaltending that they have and the firepower that they have up front, I think Marleau coming into this series as opposed to a few years back when they choked, I think he's going to bring a good veteran presence and kind of settle everybody down when they're in those types of situations. So I don't know. I like their chances, man. I really do.
That's a good point. That third line, well, it's a second line. Really, I don't even look at the Leafs of having 1, 2, and 3. That Marleau line that you're talking about, I think is the key to the series. Because Bergeron's going to be all over Mateo like a cheap suit. Like he went to Moore's and he spent $49 on the low budget one. He's going to be all over Mateo. But that line of Marner, Kadri, and Marleau is the key to the series, and I'll tell you why. That Boston Bruins team they're not as deep as us up front. We're faster, but I'm afraid I love the way Marner's playing right now. Can he take that big hit along the boards and continue to be offensive-minded? Now, that third line again with Kadri, Marleau, they have to be the best line on the team for us to win that series. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Well, yeah, and this is definitely the opportunity for guys like Marner and some of the other younger guys to, kind of step up and prove to everybody that that they are the go-to guys on this team. And I think the experience that what they went
Absolutely.
You know, so you know, I like their chances, and I like I said, I think having Patty Marleau in the lineup,
It's huge.
and what and the relationship that he has with Marner and Matthews, and
The battles that he's had in the West. That poor guy in the first round was going against Anaheim, San Jose, was playing against Los Angeles Kings his whole career. Those are teams that were stacked, and he brings that experience to the team. I don't like comparing us to that 2013 team. I want to give a shout out to that son of a gun Reimer who won the last game for Florida 4-2. He couldn't do that in 2013. Optimus Peepster, whatever you want to call his name. That guy, I swear to God, if I had his cell phone number, I'd crank call him.
I also think it's very unfair that they go back and they talk about that and they talk about that team. I mean, I think there were only 5 guys on that team.
5 guys, you know what? They didn't have the leadership. They had guys like Kuhlman, and I don't even want to go through the defense. Reimer is not as good as Anderson, even though that son of a gun won the last game against Florida. Against Boston. But Vic, you know what? You might as well go through Boston right away, even though I believe we should still have home ice. I went on Ticketmaster right now, and Vic, I don't know if you checked your checking account. I did steal $600 from you to get a pair of purples, and I realized
you know what?
it's not enough.
On the whole, actually, I spent some time with Zach after one of the games a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about how, you know, how do you get 105 points and work so hard to get there in the regular season, and then, you know, you've got to play a team that's got 100 and, what does Boston have, 110 or 108? What do they have?
In and around there, 109, 110.
And they don't get the home ice advantage. I mean, even the players are disappointed in the new system. So, you know, I don't like it. I think it's silly, but I understand why the league does it. They want to bring a little bit more parity in some of the smaller markets. They want to give them an opportunity to participate in the playoffs, get some fan support, and get some revenue dollars, and I get that. But, you know, this is, you know, look, last year we gave Washington, you know, a run.
5 overtime games, a scare. More of a run. I think it was a scare.
I think we always underestimate, you know, we're always those types of people that are underestimating the Leafs, and this is not the time to underestimate these guys. There's a lot of positive, there's a lot of good, and instead of always nitpicking at what's wrong with the team, I think we have to start talking about, you know, what's right and what's positive about it.
Absolutely. I think they've upgraded from their last year team, bringing in Marleau, getting rid of Boyle. Plekanec right now, I'm 50-50 on him. You know what? His worth is going to be in this series. Can he bring anything to that fourth line? I think Kapanen's speed's going to be huge on that fourth line. Let's not forget about our power play, second in the league, penalty killing. But it's that game 1, Vic, in the Boston. Like, I know it's not called the Boston Garden anymore. It's a TD Garden. That game there, I don't like it. And I know I'm a huge Leaf fan. I just hate starting on the road game 1 in Boston. But you know what? If they just come out and play fast, play strong, they have a chance. They do that. They definitely have a chance.
I think, you know, they have to make sure that they don't get bullied by Boston.
Absolutely.
Number one. So they've got to stand up. They've got to be physical. They've got to play tough. Boston is, you know, when you got guys like Marchand on that team, you know, that guy's capable of getting penalties and doing a lot of stupid things. And you know, if they get under his skin, you know, they get some good power play time, and we definitely have the firepower on the power play too, right? So, you know, like in every playoff series, Joe, injuries are going to play a part, and so making sure, you know, hopefully that everybody's healthy, and special teams is going to be huge.
Well, Vic, you know, what I want to tell you right now is I bought a new phone, right? And I'm going to get right into it. Right now, the screen is sideways. And I got a bunch of my listeners right now, fix your screen. My buddy Kevin Medeiros, I feel like telling him to fix his teeth right now because I've seen him smile and it's not fantastic.
The sideways phone makes you look wider, Joe, so it's better.
You know, it brings out my shoulders, guys. You know what I was actually hoping, Vic, that the Leafs were going to sign Silvio for a 10-day contract just to slap Zdeno for a bit.
Yeah.
Because that guy, he sold but I'm still scared of him. Like, there's no Leaf forward that's going to hammer him in the boards. Do you think Martin's going to get a sniff at this series at all?
I think if it gets overly physical and Babcock sees that the Leafs are getting pushed around a little
Game
bit,
2, he's in.
Yeah, I think he can definitely make an appearance in this series for sure.
I totally agree with you. Vic, I want to go over a couple other series and we'll come back to the Leafs. I'm going to tell you what I like, and I want to hear what you like with your opinion and your knowledge of hockey.
Sure.
Tampa versus New Jersey. I got Tampa winning in 6 games. How do you like that series?
Yeah, so do I. I like Tampa. But you know what? Again, I like what Jersey's doing.
Yeah.
But I think Tampa's just got a little bit more there and a little bit more experience. So yeah, I agree with you. I like Tampa in 6.
I got Tampa in 6. This series here, man, if anyone could give Crosby a little ruffle of his feathers in the first round, it's the Philadelphia Flyers. I think Giroux and Crosby are like Zach Morris and AC Slater playing for Kelly Kapowski. I see that same comparison. I still have Pittsburgh winning, but it's going to take everything out of them. I got Pittsburgh winning in 7 games over Philadelphia.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that series going 7. Obviously playing in Philadelphia is going to be real tough for the Penguins.
100%, and they always give Crosby problems.
Sure, but we are talking about, in my opinion, another dynasty team, and they've got all the right pieces.
In a cap era.
And when you got Crosby on your team, you always can believe that you can win, right? So I think that too will be a very tough series. I think it's going to take a lot for Pittsburgh. I think physically it's going to be a lot, but I think it's going to be a great series. But I also think that Pittsburgh definitely has enough this year to even get to the finals.
Look, Vic, they got 3 players with over 89 points. Good luck to Philadelphia for slowing that down. Great series coming up. I got Pittsburgh in 7 or 6. Washington versus Columbus. My heart says Washington, but Columbus could pull an upset here.
Yeah, I agree.
That's 50-50 for me. I don't got a distinct winner. Poor Ovi's got his 7th Rocket Richard trophy, but for some reason he doesn't get the help in the playoffs. Now, people say he doesn't perform in the playoffs. He's averaging 1 goal every 2 games. I don't know what they expect from that guy. At least shave his head because he's got terrible hair. But besides that series is 50-50. Columbus could win that series, but guess what? Say Washington gets out of that series, Vic. Guess who they got to play in the second round for the 19th time?
Yeah.
Crosby. And guess what? If I'm Ovi, might as well pack your bags and go to the IHF and go play for Russia because you ain't going to win the cup, Ovi, okay? So...
Yeah. You know what? I'm going with Columbus in that series. I don't...
You know what? I don't... I think Columbus is happy they're playing Washington this year and not Pittsburgh. Yeah. I think they're more comfortable playing against Washington and going in as the underdogs. They'll take that right now.
Yeah. Most people don't, Columbus is not a sexy team, right? A lot of people really don't know enough about Columbus. They know about Washington. They see Washington play a lot more. They obviously know about Ovechkin. And, they're a very well-coached team, Columbus.
Oh, 100%.
Solid team, solid pieces.
Great goalie, good defense. Jones in the back end. They got the firepower up front. Yeah. You got Fonzarelli as your coach. It's going to be one hell of a series, but there's a lot of pressure on Washington again. Like, their fans don't even care about the first round. They're dying to get out of this. They are the Chris Paul of hockey. They cannot get out of the second round. For the love of God, they can't get out of the first round. Okay, so let's get out of Washington. We're not from there. We're not going to keep talking about those guys. In the West, Vicky, I got this question for you, buddy. It's LA versus Las Vegas. I got LA all day over Las Vegas. And I'm going to tell you one reason why. Drew frickin' Doughty.
Well, I mean, listen, you can't ever knock a team that's got, experience of players that have been at every single...
They've been there before. And I'm telling you this, Vic, I don't mean to interrupt. LA's going to walk into Las Vegas. They're going to go to Tal Beach or they're going to go to XS. They're going to rip it up, but they're going to walk in there so confident because they got 5, 6, 7 guys in that team that has 2 Stanley Cups. Yep. They got Quick and Net. They got Carter back at the right time. They got Kopitar, who's the best probably next to Bergeron, the best two-way player in the world who put up career numbers. Vegas is a great team, but that series is going to be over in 6.
Well, and if you look at some of the teams that Vegas plays out in the West, right? They're some of the weaker teams. They're playing Edmonton. They're playing Arizona.
Agreed.
I think Colorado at the beginning of the season wasn't really doing that well. So it's a big test for them in their first season. But if the goaltending is healthy, Fleury can win games, right?
Absolutely. I'm not saying Vegas is a good team. All I'm saying is Vegas should go watch Diplo or Calvin Klein spin at Marquee because they're going to have a hard time against Quick and the boys.
Yeah,
Dustin Brown.
Maybe a day party with Tiesto.
Tiesto, Fiesto, even if Red Bull comes and gives them Red Bull, guys, I'm telling you, Vegas is in trouble. I know they did miraculous things with an expansion team. I can't believe they have this much points. They got players that got left off teams to die. But you're playing against a Los Angeles team that just got Carter back. Carter's an Olympian. Carter's won cups. Carter knows how to play. Kopitar, Brown. And then you got Drew Doughty. To me, he's still the best defenseman in the world.
I agree.
He is the best. So he's logging 30 minutes. He's playing playoff hockey. A lot of those players that are on that Vegas team, the only playoff hockey they see is from one of those two acts that Copperfield comes and shows them. They're not used to this stuff yet. So they got to.
I think if LA just goes into Vegas and gets even the split, that's all they need is the split there.
Series is done. Unless Siskfield and Royd, whatever those steroid guy's name is, with the tiger comes and bites Doughty's neck, that series is over fast, brother. Okay, let's move over to Winnipeg Jets versus Minnesota. Minnesota might as well look for Brandon and Brenda. Like, that series is done. Minnesota lost Suter. His ankle broke when he was putting his B2B boots on. I don't know what happened to him. Winnipeg's going to steamroll over Minnesota in 5 tops. That's what I got, Vic.
I think this is the year that Winnipeg makes a little bit of noise this year. I don't know if they have enough to get to maybe the Final Four or the finals, but we've seen surprises almost every year in the playoffs. But I definitely think that this is the year that they're gonna start opening eyes.
Well, Vic, here's a couple questions from my fans out there. We got Rob Citrullo, late to the party, but I love New Jersey, which you also do too. But I think the combination of Stamkos and Kucherov, it's Hall and a bunch of speedsters, so I'm going to give the edge to Tampa Bay there. He likes San Jose, and watch out for the Battle of Pennsylvania, upset over Philly. Again, that series is going to be the roughest, I think, Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia.
Yes.
And we got another fan here, Timo Leafs versus LA Finals. Hey, I would definitely love that. I would sell blood and semen to get down to LA for that Finals.
Yeah, I think we get Gretzky and Gilmore to drop the puck.
100%. I'll high stick Gretzky outside the stadium, the Staples Center. Okay, so we both agree on Winnipeg. I think they're too strong up front. They got Robin Thicke, blurred lines, Schaefer over there. I think he's his twin. It doesn't make sense to me right there, Vic. But Winnipeg, especially with them losing their best defenseman, Minnesota has no chance.
Yeah,
We got
love Scheifele.
Love Scheifele. What a player. Anaheim versus San Jose. Wow, that's going 7 all day long. I think those guys only know how to go to game 7s.
I think that's a toss-up, man. I think there you can flip a coin.
That's like someone asking us who has better hair. Some days it's Vic, some days it's me. You flip a coin. My gut's saying Anaheim. I think Joe Thornton is not who he used to be. I like Getzlaf, and Perry has a lot to prove. A crappy year. They got him for another 47 years at $8 million.
Yeah.
So that was a bad. A lot of these players, they got paid. Look at Chicago. They got paid for their last 3 cups. Taves is going to be hard-fetched to get over 50 points the rest of his career, but he's on the playoffs. Let's leave him where he belongs with the Canada team right now.
Yeah, he's had enough.
He's done enough in this 10 years. My God, he could retire today. He's going straight to the Hall of Fame. Last series, Vic, we got Nashville versus Colorado. I got Nashville all day.
Yeah, listen, I think it's great what Colorado did, and they're playing well, and I think they'll put up a great fight in that series, but I just think Nashville's way too deep, and the experience last year, I think they're very hungry to get back into it, and I agree with you. I'll take Nashville as well.
Okay, so in the East, we're going to have Toronto versus Tampa Bay. We're going to have Pittsburgh versus Washington. And then I'm going to say, I'm biased. It's my show. It's Joey T Live. We're going to go Toronto versus Crosby Newts in the semifinals. And I think in the West, it's going to be Nashville versus Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's very possible. Very, very possible.
It is very possible. Let's hopefully the Leafs get past the Boston Bruins. That's going to be one hell of a series too. Vic, I hate Marchand with all my heart and might. I swear to God, if he was even invited on the show, I would have let him sit down. But I respect him as a hockey player. That guy can flat out play.
You love to hate him, right? When he's on your team, you love him. But when you're playing against him,
listen, Vic, if he didn't get suspended 97 games this year, he is my leading candidate for the Hart Trophy, and he needs a nose job too. So there's a lot of things he's missing out on right now. But like, he missed about a good 20 games. That's Schnauzul. That guy looks like Roxanne. Like I said, Steve Martin, he's on fire, man. Like, he missed 20 games. He finished off with 86 points. And when Boston didn't have him, they struggled.
Yeah, I agree, man. Who do you think the dark horse is? Like, if you had to pick one dark horse, who do you, like, out of all those teams, like, let's say out of Jersey, Colorado, those types of teams, like, who do you think maybe has enough to pull off the upset?
See, is LA considered a dark horse for finishing last? Second last?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. There's too much experience on that team to call them a dark horse.
To call them a dark horse? Then you know what? It's New Jersey Devils then, in my eyes. New Jersey Devils is a lot of speed. Look, the Leafs had trouble with them the second. Okay, mind you, New Jersey was playing for their dear life.
Yeah.
But they have the same team speed, if not faster than the Leafs. Colorado, great team, but McKinnon's kind of by himself. I would go with, I would say New Jersey. Like, I don't see Minnesota doing nothing. Columbus, if they win that one series, they're getting crushed against Crosby Newts, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Vegas, I can't see Vegas going far. Winnipeg's too deep, and that whiteout's going to look fantastic. I used to use whiteout a lot on all my projects growing up, so I can imagine how it's going to look in Winnipeg.
Yeah, the fan support in Winnipeg is just...
Oh, it's unbelievable. You know what I hate, Vic? I want to bring this up. These ticket prices. I used to have season tickets, Vic, in 2013. Reds, you could get them for about $3.30. Now it was high in 2013. Do you know that the greens were starting at $3.50 today at StubHub, Ticketmaster? I saw people in Kijiji charging $850 for Reds Roll 20. So that's like me saying, should I go to Cuba with the Bonats or should I go to Game 3 against Boston?
I say go to Cuba with the Bonats.
You know what I say? I skip the Bonats.
And watch the game on the beach to the bar there.
But Vic, if I could do this, get the Bonats to pay for my ticket and meet her in Cuba the next day, and then who's the real living legend, me or Randy Orton? JT Money. Well, Vic, thank you so much for coming on the show, buddy. This is episode 30. You've been on before. Hopefully I could have you on every single playoff game. I want to do a show. I want to really stay on top of these playoffs. I know I do a show once a week, but I'm going to be doing 2 for sure this week coming up. Thursday and Saturday. Wait, I'll be at Goldie, guys, doing my thing. So I'm going to do Friday and Sunday night just to go over those first 2 games. And hopefully I see you at the ACC, Vic, and we just take pictures with our hair. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen, it's, I think I've said this before. I think what you're doing is great, and it's a lot of fun, and I love being a part of it, and talking hockey's my thing. And, yeah, reach out, man, if I'm available to be on
I would love you on, Vic. And it started off as a joke, Vic, and I'm going to be very humble here. Right now, it's not where I want it to be, but I know where I'm going, and I'm not going to give up till I'm there. I believe my mom didn't have a C-section for nothing, Vic, and I'm in this world. She delivered a baby with a little too much hair around the shoulders, but at the end of the day, that's what laser surgery is for, Vic. And she gave me green eyes. She gave me a mouth that I was allowed to speak the way I wanted to speak growing up. I really didn't like school. I love the camera, as you can tell by all the followers I have on Instagram. And Vic does my insurance at the end of the day, guys, so that's got to mean something. That was a poet. That's basically what that was right there, Vic.
I love the plug, brother. Thank you.
Thank you again for taking care of all my car needs, guys. Check out Vic Vesho at RDA Insurance. This guy is a phenomenal guy. He does insurance, and he coaches. He's coached any player you see in the NHL. Vic has touched him, and not that way, not disgustingly way. Touch him below the belt. This kid, he's taught so many future players. He's amazing, guys, and his hair is like Elvis after a concert. It's just it's dripping with finesse. All right, Vic.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Appreciate it. Have a great night, man.
You too, Bello. Take care.
Okay, buddy.
Guys, that was Vic Vescio. Always love him on the show. What a stud. The guy knows his stuff. Let's give Wonder Boy a call. See how he's doing right now. I know Wonder Boy's been with me through thick and thin, guys. What a stud that kid is. He can't actually go back to school right now because they're on strike. Let's give Wonder Boy a call here. Mabalettes, what are you up to, buddy? It's Wonder Boy, guys. Welcome, one of my co-hosts, a.k.a. Nicholas Sartori, a.k.a. Wonder Boy. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Just got back from coaching.
From coaching, how'd that go?
It's good.
Any of the older females ask about me? Okay, let's get right into the hockey here, Wonder Boy. Let's leave that to the side. I'm going to go over through the series. I really love your input, guys. This is my nephew. He's actually 18 years old right now. I can remember him 4 years old, having passion like myself. This guy bleeds blue. He helped me at the beginning of the show. Episode 30 we're on tonight, Wonder Boy. But he was with me from episode 1, editing stuff for me, getting stuff together. I want to give him a great shout out. Thank you so much, Wonder Boy, for helping your uncle and your mentor and the best looking person in our family to get this thing on the road, buddy. Okay, so Wonder Boy, I'm going to go through the series with you. I know people have heard this already. I had a good talk with Vic. How do you feel about the Boston-Toronto series? Who do you think is going to win and how many games?
I feel better playing against Tampa. Yeah, I know you said you'd rather play Tampa, but I feel Boston can't keep up with us. I know their first line could shut down the Matthews line, but they cannot keep up with our speed, and I predicted the Leafs to beat Boston in 7.
Well, I have the Leafs in 7 too, but I know how you're saying that Boston can't keep up with us. But I want to give you a little example, and I want to hear your take on it. So that's like you walking up to Nuno and slapping him. Can he keep up with you? But if he gets a hold of you, like Chara's going to get a hold of one of our forwards, it's going to be a painful series for the Buds.
Yeah, I know that. We are 3-1 against Boston. Marner has, I think, 9 points against Boston, but playoffs is a different.
The game slows down,
it's
and
completely different. But
what?
I think we can pull it out against Boston.
You know what? Even if I thought Boston could win, I'm still going to pick Toronto. I think it's going to 7 games. I hate that Boston has home ice. We should be playing Pittsburgh, but you know what? I don't want to play Crosby-Newts in the first round. Who do you think the Leafs need out of the forwards to be the best player in the team for them to win the series?
Out of the forwards?
Yes.
I think we need Matthews to step up.
You need Matthews to step up?
Ron, Marchand, Pachinak line.
That line is 2 studs of defense. That whole line can eat you both ways. And I know he had a lot of trouble with them in Boston when they lost 4-1. That was actually, to me, Matthews' worst game as a pro when they lost 4-1 in Boston. He met his match that day. He met someone that could cover him, and he met someone that could go the other way. But you're right. We definitely need Matthews. To me,
that'd be the biggest player in this series.
To me, Wonder Boy, I'm going to have to say the guy that has to play the best for the forwards to win this series is Marner. They need Marner on that separate line, because if Matthews is being contained, we definitely need Marner to grow a mustache and win this series. That's what I got.
I exactly agree with you. Martin, that third line, because we have 3 banging lines that can come out flying and score goals.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And we definitely need JVR to pitch in with a couple power play goals. We need Marlowe to step up. We need Kadri. I think in the goalie situation right now, Wonder Boy, I got to give the edge to Rask, even though I know Anderson's fantastic. Rask has actually went and played in the finals. Rask is still a great goalie in his own right. So I think it's a wash with the goalies, even though flip a coin on the goalies. Defense, Boston has us obviously on defense. They have a pillar of a person in the middle of Char. He's going to play 30 minutes. They're better than us in defense. They're a little bit more grittier than us, Wonder Boy, but we definitely have more speed, but it's the playoffs. This is going to be a series where you're going to see molars and cavities come out of people's teeth. And I think Martin, I was telling this to Vic early, Nick, Martin's going to come in game 2 because game 1's going to dictate how this series is going to go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I kind of want Andreas Janssen in there. I don't know, like Papa. I want him in there for that fourth. I think we had a good fourth line. Janssen, Kapanen, and Buchanan. That line can really do some damage in the playoffs against Boston's fourth line.
I totally agree with you, but how about if he has a soft game the first game? See, this is the problem about the playoffs, and I agree with you. I like that line you just created. The problem is when the lights are on you and you're on the road, that Johansson who looks like Jim Carrey in The Mask, I'm not sure if he's ready for that spotlight on him. It's a different beast instead of playing against the New York Islanders on a Tuesday night in the dog days of winters.
I know where you're coming from, but what happened last year when Kapanen went in?
Totally understand that. That's why it's give or take. I really feel the fourth line, listen, Plekanec's going to start at center. I think Kapanen's going to be on the left side. And you know what? I think it's going to either be Leo or Martin on the right. It's because it's in Boston, and I know what Babcock's thinking. Boston's going to come out flying.
You think Comrade will come out of the lineup for Martin?
No, I think Leo's going to go in. Leo's going to get a crack first. Out of respect, out of him being on the second line for the longest time, third line, Wonder Boy. I think Leo's going to be on that line first, but mark my words, if Leo has a bad game, you won't see him in game 2.
100%.
And then I think his replacement, I think Babcock's going to want to have someone that could bang the body, which has got to be Martin.
Yeah. He needs somebody to step in there and stick up for the younger kids.
Well, Wonder Boy, I want you to say a prayer for Jake Gardner, because for some reason, though, this is what I will say about Jake. He plays his best hockey in the playoffs, and I don't know why. I think he's more concentrated in the playoffs. We need a huge series from him. We need Zaitsev to play good. We need Riley. I don't want Polak to start the first game, and I know he is. I do not think we need to have Polak in a playoff game.
Without Polak, what physicality would we have?
I agree, but Nick, I could beat him in a foot race with him on his skates. That's not good.
But I know you don't like Polak, but he's played really good for us this season.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take you to the eye doctor tomorrow, Wonder Boy, because we need some glasses on that beautiful face of yours. I don't know. That's the one thing I can't let you get. Polak, to me, scares me. You can't have two guys that scare you on your defense. And to me, Jake and Polak scare me. Hainsey's going to be all right. Do you think Carrick's going to have any minutes in this series?
No.
You don't think he'll get a crack?
Dermott took his spot, is not giving it back.
And Dermott, do you think he's healthy enough to play 7 games against Boston, or 6 games, or 5 games?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
well.
fast enough, he's quick enough, I think he's good to play.
Okay, well, I'm going to go through a couple other series. I just would love your opinion on it. Yay or nay? Tampa Bay or New Jersey? Who would you pick there, Nicholas?
Tampa in 5.
I got Tampa in 6. Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia.
I have Pittsburgh in 7.
I have Pittsburgh in 6 or 7. That's really straightforward to pretty much what I got. Washington versus Columbus.
Washington in 6.
I got Washington in 7, but don't be surprised if Columbus upsets them.
I feel like Washington has lots of crew. I think they're going to come out flying.
I think Washington is already looking at the second round because they could potentially play Pittsburgh again. But don't forget Tortorella's going to have Columbus ready for that series. Yeah. We got what was the 4th series? Oh, that is the 4th series. So we're going to the West now, Wonder Boy. We got Los Angeles Kings versus Vegas. I got LA in 7.
I have LA in 7 as well.
Wow, great minds think alike. Okay, Winnipeg against Minnesota. I got Winnipeg in 5 tops.
Winnipeg in 5.
Yep. Anaheim versus San Jose. I got Anaheim in 7. What do you got, Wonder Boy?
I have San Jose in 7. San Jose ended the season off really good. I think 7-2-1 in the last 10 games. And with the addition of Evander Kane, I think they're going to get through Anaheim.
That's a great point, Wonder Boy. Evander Kane does bring a lot of offense, and he's probably just as good looking as I am, Wonder Boy. So that's a really great point. That's a 50-50 toss-up. Whose stars are going to play better? Is it going to be Getzlaf and Perry? Is it going to be Pavelski? Is it going to be Joe Thornton? Wow, that's like a Western Conference Finals right there in the first round.
Yeah, a lot of great playoff series.
Oh, man. And we got Nashville and Colorado. Listen, McKinnon, he's a great player, but he might as well go skiing right now because he ain't going to...
Varlamov is not even in the net. He's injured.
I got Nashville in 5.
Yeah, I have him being swept.
You got him swept. You know what? I wish I swept my apartment right well. Well, Wonder Boy, again, this is show 30. You know what? We don't have the viewership that we want, but we're still learning. I love that you're with me on this, on my journey. You're my nephew. I love you, buddy. And the fact that we've done 30 episodes when we were talking about it in Nunna's basement, who knows where we're going, but you're coming with me. We're done episode 30. You've been on at least half of them. Again, thank you for all your help, Wonder Boy. It means a lot to me. I can't wait for Thursday night. And if you want to come help me get some playoff tickets, we could sell some of your blood, my blood, because those tickets are outrageous.
Oh, I'm down to sell my blood.
Me too, buddy. I would do anything. I was looking again on Ticketmaster and StubHub. Purple's costing $330 to get in the purples.
I sell my sister for playoff tickets.
You know what? I would sell... I don't even know how to put... I wouldn't fix my hair for 2 weeks to go to the game Monday. That's a huge deal for me. Well, Wonder Boy, again, thank you for coming on the show. Episode 30 is in the books. Next show is going to be Friday, guys. I'm going to have a show Friday night to go after the Leaf game because I don't know where I'm going to be Thursday night if they win. I'll probably be in a ditch somewhere, but I'll be smiling. So we got our next show Friday night. Wonder Boy will be back on. Thanks, Wonder Boy, for coming out.
No problem.
Take care, buddy.
Yep.
All right, guys, thank you again. Episode 30 in the books. Next show Friday night. And let's go Leafs. Big game Thursday night in Boston, guys. You got to do this for me and my nephew. I really want to win this series so bad. I can't stand. The only thing that came good out of Boston, guys, is Goodwill Hunting. That's all I got to say about that. Here we go, guys. JoeyTLive Leafs Talk, Life Talk, episode 30. Thank you for watching and listening.